So, I see a lot of discussion lately about how to catch a horse that's loose out in the field. And I see all kinds of suggestions. Give him some treats, take a chair out, read him a book, chase him around, chase him with a four-wheeler, slap yourself on the thigh till he comes to you, feed him only in a certain place, yada, 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 yada. Chase him if he runs away. The list was long. And I'm not saying any of them are wrong. I'm just saying maybe we should start using horsemanship to catch our horses. Now, this is just a young colt. He's about 19 months old. He came to us about 5 months ago. I bought him out of a field. He was kind of wild. He'd never had a human hand on him, never had a pet or a stroke. We had to herd him into the trailer, but we taught him how to come to us and how to get a halter on him. And here in a minute, I'm going to go out in the field and try to demonstrate how to catch a hard-to-catch horse. He's the same age, but he runs around in the field, doesn't want to come, so I have to use horsemanship techniques to catch the horse. So something to think about is how is a horse made? Well, let's think about this. He's split right down the middle, so he has a right and a left half. He knows which side of him we're on, like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted. We need to understand he has a left and a right half. He knows which side we're standing on, so we need to be aware of our position with the horse. We also need to understand that he has got a front, center, and a rear third. There's a dividing line that comes out of him, straight out of his shoulder, and at a 45-degree angle from his hip. Can you see this little point right here? Well, this line that comes out of his shoulder runs off to infinity. He knows if I'm in front of that line or behind that line. So when I'm approaching him in the field and I'm outside this triangle and behind this angular line, my horse should feel that I'm herding him forward. He should feel the pressure of me herding him forward. If I step in front of this line that comes out of his shoulder, even if I'm way over there, if he's traveling and he felt me step in front of that line, I should be able to draw his attention to me, which is what I'll try to do out in the field. This horse should feel that I am behind that angular line. I should be able to step in front of that line that comes out of his shoulder and capture his eye to come to me. I can add a little pressure to him and herd him forward. So if I'm trying to approach him and he's leaving me, if I stepped up in front and I caught his eye, I should be able to maybe draw him to me or at least stop or slow his forward motion. Okay, so we're going to go try to catch this bay horse out here. And I've worked with him for a couple of days now. And we'll just, again, try to exercise good horsemanship. Go ahead and put the camera on the horse there, Kath. As I go to approach him, remember he's got a left and a right half, a front, center, and a rear third. He can feel me pushing from behind. And even right here, when I try to step in front of this line, if I can catch his eye right there even, and see how I kind of softened to him? And now I'm behind that angular line. He can feel me pushing him. And then I'm going to purposefully step here, try to catch his eye. See right there when he... But now I'm behind. If he picks up the pace, I just pick up the pace. I can't run like that. But I can let him know that him running off isn't going to stop me. Again, I'm behind the angular line. I'm behind that shoulder line. If I get in front of that shoulder, and if he looked at me right here, I just kind of watch for I'm behind this angular line. Try to get in front of that shoulder. Try to catch that eye. And soften. Good boy. Now that's about as good as he's done in these last 2 or 3 days I've done this with him. Good boy. Good boy. That's as good as this horse has done. So I wish we'd have filmed the first couple of days. He's still kind of skittish. If I reached for him wrong, he'd bolt. Ooh. Ooh. And right there, I'll just kind of seesaw that rope. Get him to step to me a little. Good. Ooh. Now right here, I'm going to get him to step to me. I'm just going to go ahead and release him and walk away. Good. I'll walk up here again. Step in front of the shoulder line. See if I can get this eye to look at me. There. As soon as it did, I just softened to him. I'll kind of step back here towards his hip. Step in front of the shoulder, and as soon as I did, see how he knew I broke that line. Good. Good. Good boy. Good. And right here, what I like to do is grab that tail of that rope, seesaw here a little, and then just go ahead and halter him. I wish that had been a little tougher catch, but my third day of this, and it really paid off. So, horsemanship over books, chairs, treats, feeding. Just use good horsemanship. It works every time. Okay.